Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrich Rosas. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. My Henry. 29. Squeeze.
Hey, kill.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Elliott running right. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Watch the run.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. But he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He can't hang.
A first down carry by Elliott. Runs over him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
First down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Hey, you got 3 downs.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get him.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Forbath's kick is no good. It's wide left for Forbath, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 7.
54. Mike 54. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass.
Steve Griffin.
Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up. After that last play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. We're scoreless after 1. And the kick by Rosas is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Spins away. A quick throw here out to Cobb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check the backer. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Check, 47. We own them. We own them.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Kill. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I'm coming.
Prescott to throw this time. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Down. 10 Lobo.
54 Mike. We got it.
Recon, 152 fighter. Fight.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And this is caught off the deflection. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing Jones. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Giants first down.
Jones heading up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On the run, it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
H.E. Gator. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 6 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Mike 54.
Hey, echo. Go.
Jones on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Jones. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. Looking to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Back to throw. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Forward in.
Mike 29. Go. Go.
Here we go. Going to 52.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
26.
Prescott now from the 50. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
29 is Mike, 29. 29 is the Mike, 29. Rip left, rip left.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Hey, kill! 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. So on now is Kai Forbath. If you're wondering, he's hit from as far as 57. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
On the double.
Mike 55. Let's pick it up. It's out.
80 weapons. Hey, exit. Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And Ingram holds it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
First down, Giants.
A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Hard.
Check 52.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
Now it's Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Okay, ready?
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
60.
On second and 11 now. Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Jones now off the play fake, eluding the pressure right. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Giants.
Ready.
Jones now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's first and 10.
Check 99.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 15 riding. 15 riding. Blue draw, Porker.
Now Jones on first and 10. And this one's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. Third and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Prescott on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw again on second down. Prescott, he sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Tight is right.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll throw again. Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Prescott throwing complete to Cobb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go, 47.
To the air again, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
48, Mike. 48, Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
General West.
We don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my
Defense.
Second and long. Wide open receiver complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 81 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now this throw caught left side, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. First down, Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. Prescott to throw it. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And again, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Rosas now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Down. 60 or.
All day, dog.
Shoot.
And they will take a knee here.
Jones on the keeper.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York